It is a sea of red for the crypto market. Pretty much every single coin out there is getting absolutely obliterated right now. Bitcoin is below $90,000. And as I told you in my last video, I have de-risked out of this crypto market. I've took a 6x on my portfolio and walked away because the risks of holding spot at this point in time outweigh the potential rewards. I'm going to talk about all of that in today's video. Please make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Also, check out the massive bonus that is available using my Blowfin link down below. I'm trading right now. I'm shorting the market. I'm making a lot of money. And the people who are on my copy trading on my bundle are also making some nice gains in the last few days through the shorts. And if you want to sign up to the best crypto exchange, use the Blowfin link down below. You can get up to $80,000 depending on your trading volume. So check it out. Like I said, link is down below. So we've seen some serious structural damage to the crypto market. And I think it's safe to say that the bull market is over for Bitcoin. I mean, you can never be 100% certain, but for the time being, I am pretty certain that that was the top, and we are going to see quite a sustained period of time before we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin. I told you guys about the Gaussian channel so many times. I told you guys about the 50-week moving average so many times. And I've said the risks of holding spot after a loss of that, it's just not worth it. I've seen it play out before. I've seen this all play out before many, many times. And it's just not worth it. We saw it last cycle. We lost the Gaussian channel. We then came out the other end and Bitcoin found a bottom around 15K. The same exact thing is playing out right now. Not only have we lost the Gaussian channel upper band, not only have we lost the 50-week simple moving average, not only have we now lost the golden pocket, going from the lows of 74K to the all-time highs. We've also lost the macro support trend line here, which pretty much stems all the way back to, depending on how you draw it. I mean, I've just really drawn this out super roughly, but depending on how you draw it, this stems back a very long period of time. It's marked support in August 2024, in September 2024. It marks support also in April. We've lost that as well. And not only that, we are also currently losing the center line of the Gaussian channel as we speak right now. So it's bearish signals across the board, and yet you still have people on crypto Twitter, on YouTube, all over the place saying that we are fine, we haven't lost anything, we're still well into a bull market. These people are delusional at this point. We've lost so many key levels, and you know, maybe I would have hoped to have made more money out of this bull market. Like I said, I made around a 6x on my money this bull run. At one point, I was up way over 10x. That's talking net, including my Bitcoin. That is my overall portfolio ROI. But I'd rather take my 6x and know that I'm de-risking and that I'm shorting the market and that I'm in stables than potentially ride that 6x all the way back down to break even and maybe even into a loss, depending on how extreme this bear market could be for Bitcoin and crypto. So the question is, what is the strategy? My strategy is to wait for Bitcoin to hit the 200 moving average. I've talked a lot about the Gaussian channel and the 50 moving average, but the 200 moving average is really where you can consider buying Bitcoin. I do not buy Bitcoin unless it's below or on the 200-week moving average. Right now, that is currently sat around 55K. It is creeping up, so maybe by the time we hit it, it's somewhere in the 60s, okay? We can assume that maybe 70s, depending on how long it takes. You also have huge confluence around the 74K level. That was the tariff crash low, and it was also the previous all-time high from from March 2024. So you've got multiple things lining up to 74K. The question is, will that hold? That is the million-dollar question. Time will obviously tell, but I personally expect us to actually lose 74K at some point and make a move below that and basically mean revert on Bitcoin. So we're seeing multiple bearish signs. The question is, what should you be doing? What should you be doing with your portfolio? What should you be doing with your capital? If you have sold your portfolio like myself, I'm going to discuss that right now. But before I discuss it, just quickly, I do have a trading group which is active 24/7. People in here are talking about the markets. I'm in voice chats every single day. It's a very helpful place to be. You'll get my trade alerts on the way down, so you'll get my short alerts, and you'll also get it when I buy into the market at the bear market lows. So check out that VIP link down below. But anyway, on the topic of what should we be doing in this state of affairs, I would personally say the best protocol is to have a large cash position, try and earn some ROI on your cash, and simply wait for Bitcoin to hit the 200-week moving average. Simply sit on your hands and wait. If, however, you are skilled at shorting the market, that could be a very profitable endeavor. Already, I have recouped the losses from the past couple of weeks just from shorting the market in the last kind of 24 hours or so. And as I said, the people on the copy trading who are on the big bundle, they have access to my short positions automatically syncing to their account. So, like I said, I'm waiting for that to happen before I buy Bitcoin and before I buy altcoins. There is always a very slim chance this is all just one big trap. Very slim chance, but I also give that a possibility. Okay, anything's possible, and you got to be open-minded. And if Bitcoin does make an impulsive move back above the 50-week moving average, let me just change this to the 50, then I would consider buying back in if it is an impulsive move, or if we get two consecutive regular moves above it, two consecutive weekly close moves above it. So that's kind of the position I'm in right now. I am macro bearish. As I said, if we lose the Gaussian channel, if we lose the 50-week moving average, I become macro bearish. We've not only lost those levels now, but we've also lost further levels on the Bitcoin chart, making me pretty bearish across the whole. When it comes to Ethereum, I'm pretty bearish on Ethereum as well. I don't think it's going to be immune to a bear market of Bitcoin. Ethereum has just lost its 50-week moving average as well, and it's got a golden pocket slightly below it around 2.7 to 2.6K. I think there's a solid chance we lose that golden pocket as well on Ethereum. Just remember, guys, the last time Bitcoin was at $74,000, Ethereum was at 1.3K. The last time Bitcoin was at $74,000. So we need to bear in mind Ethereum could also see a large retracement. You know, I just want to address a couple fallacies I'm seeing a lot. One of them is the fear and greed index is super low. That means we're not going to go any lower. Massive fallacy. Massive, massive fallacy. I was around when Terra Luna crashed. I was around when we closed below the Gaussian channel in the last bull market or the start of the last bear market. And the fear and greed was super low then. Yet Bitcoin still went from 45K all the way down to 15K in the coming months. The fear and greed was super, super low when Luna was crashing, okay? And when we were closing below the Gaussian channel and closing below the simple moving average last bull run. The fear and greed was super low then. I mean, we can check it, right, if you don't believe me. So we lost the 50-week moving average around, let's just say, December, January. Let's go on to the fear and greed, and let's look at December and January. So December, January, there we go. So fear and greed actually went, is that 18 it went to? Fear and greed went to around 18, maybe lower. And that's January 1st. So that's January 1st. At what price was Bitcoin during that super low fear and greed? Well, Bitcoin was in the 40s. Bitcoin was in the high 40s. It then dumped from 45, 47K all the way down to 15. So just because the fear and greed is low doesn't mean we can't have continuation to the downside. The fear and greed can actually go up while Bitcoin's dumping. Just Bitcoin's not dumping as hard, so the market's less fearful. So that's a common fallacy I'm seeing. Another one is we're down on our portfolios, therefore we shouldn't sell. All right. I don't think the P&L matters too much. If the macro market is looking weak, if it looks like we're going to roll over to the downside, there is no reason to be holding spot, even if you're down 10% or you're up 10x, or you're down 50% or you're down 80%. I don't think it matters. Certain coins I sold, I was down 40% on. Other coins I sold, I was up multiple X's on them. Okay? It doesn't matter to me. What matters is it looks like the market's going lower, therefore I should preserve my capital. That's the way I see it. Now, guys, we also have a Fed meeting, which is going to take place in December. And as of right now, it looks like the Fed are actually going to pause rates. So I don't know if that's fully been priced into the market. I certainly think part of this dump is down to the fact that the Fed might be pausing rates. But I think if they actually do it, we could see a further bleed out if Powell was to announce that. If, however, they were to cut 25 basis points, I think we get some form of a relief rally. Whether or not that would be enough to bring us to a new all-time high, that is the big question. But anyway, guys, we are looking bearish right now. I don't want to take too much of your time, but just know you can still make money in a bear market. Like I said, I've already made good gains shorting this dump here on Bitcoin since we lost the Gaussian channel and we lost the 50-week moving average. So yeah, I'm macro bearish, but that is not an excuse to go away from crypto. I'm still going to be updating you guys with videos. I'm going to be shorting the market. And when we do find a bottom, wherever that is, whether that's at 74K, whether that's at 40K, I will be informing you guys in the VIP group that I'm buying back into plays and that I am macro bullish again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.